Alright, so sometimes I speak really loudly and sometimes it's very softly and I don't know the difference. So can you guys hear me in the back? Great. So I want to tell you guys about the grand opening of Light Rail. I know you guys haven't even noticed that we've been building it for the last 3 years, right? No. I'm seeing a lot of no's out there. Well, let me pass these out. We really hope you guys can make it out there. Las Glorias is going to be there with their breakfast burritos. Delicious. So please come out. We have 10 food vendors, and they're all local. So they're all local restaurants that are going to be there giving out food. In total, we have 65 vendors. Some of them are going to be passing out raffle tickets, and we also have gift baskets that we're giving away. So there's a lot of great stuff. There's even stuff for the kids. We have a little slide and a gyroscope. So please come out. If you guys have grandchildren, invite them. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of free stuff, and it's from 9 to noon. It's going to be at the Dunlap parking ride. So that parking lot that we built, you guys go in there, park, and make your way into our celebration. Please make it out. Does anyone have any questions about Light Rail for me?
Can we get there on the
No? Yes.
What have you noticed in the area?
Will it be running that day so we can ride the rail there?
If like housing has gone up, gone down, maintained?
Okay, so the question is, in other areas where Light Rail has opened up, what's happened to property value? So I can speak about nationally because studies have been done. Property value usually goes up around Light Rail. I'll tell you about my own personal experience. I lived in Boston. I didn't own a car, didn't need one. I could have had one, but then I'd be paying rent for myself and rent for a parking space. So I left my car. At the time, my parents lived in California. Left my car in California and got around just fine. The property around Light Rail is always more expensive because you have more accessibility. It's just easier to get around. If you want to go to happy hour or just go have a margarita at Las Glorias and you don't want to drive there for obvious reasons, you can take Light Rail to get back home. So yeah, there usually is more demand for housing along Light Rail stations. Wow, it's not that late. Any other questions?
Is there new development going on along Camelback? I haven't seen a whole lot of new development where the light rail is.
To be honest with you, I'm not familiar with Camelback. I'm more focused on the Northwest Extension, so I'm not sure. I did hear, and I don't even remember what restaurant opened up recently, but I did hear that there was a restaurant that opened up on Camelback. I don't remember. Okay, and what I can tell you from our experience along the Northwest Extension is we've gotten calls from investors and real estate developers who wanted, especially when we were building, where it wasn't clear what access paths there'd be. They'd be asking us about access. Can we get here? Can we get there? Because they want to come in and purchase property. And we've actually seen that on the northwest corner of Dunlap and 19th Avenue. You guys know where that big QT is now? Yeah, so we got a call about that as well. So yeah, you guys, and we were just talking about First Bank and how that's going in. That's on the southeast corner of 19th and Glendale. So, that's what we're expecting to see more development in the area.
Where that piece of land is next to
Skyfront.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be there.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How many years is it going to be before the light rail ever stops? Are they going to put up to
In our lifetime?
Yeah, it won't happen.
Well, the dates do change. With Prop 104, we have gotten more funding, so that's helping us out. So with bus schedules, that's also helping us out with light rail, so further expansion. So this extension, phase 2, is from the Dunlap parking ride, which is where we're having the event, to Metro Center. So it's going to go over I-17 to the Metro Center. So
It's going to be like overhead, like a
Yes.
bridge? When does that construction start?
the dates have been moved up. A lot of dates have been moved up. To be honest with you, I don't remember that exact date. We are working on a lot of different extensions.
The extension that's gonna go down in Camelback
It is?
is one of those, and the one down to South Phoenix, down Central, has been moved way up.
Yeah. And then there's also one in Tempe that's being moved up.
So going to Metro Center, that's supposed to be like 2020 now, right?
It's been moved up a few times in our schedule, but the last time, I believe you're right. I believe that's right.
Because that whole area is supposed to be redone.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
So you said they were
Yes, that is the whole point.
going up Camelback?
Wait, one at a time.
Is that for sure now, the one on
Yes.
Camelback?
Yeah.
How far west?
It's gonna go, at this point, they're talking 43rd Avenue. It'll cut over to Glendale and then along Glen. It won't go through downtown Glendale. It's gonna go down Glen, which I guess is whatever block.
All the way out to the
Yeah,
stadium?
drive, right?
Yeah, so, because they don't want to tear up that darling little downtown of Glendale, but, I mean, how cool would it be to just, when you want to go to the chocolatier thing, or the
Balloon
Christmas
fest.
lights, you know, to be able to just get on light rail and ride, and not have to try to park out in Glendale, which is just a pain in the you-know-what. So, it's really nice, the thought of being able to get out to Glendale and go antiquing out there.
I had a question what security is going to be like as far as with the light rail and the different stations.
So we do have a security director that was hired on not too long ago. I want to say less than a year ago. She was former Phoenix PD, and they are hiring and training a personnel to fill those positions.
She was here a few months ago talking to us.
Yeah. She was here, and they are actually going to try at some point with that, I guess, that new tax money to have a transit authority, which would give them a lot more oomph, you know, when they go. I would agree, you know, there haven't been too many issues that I've heard about, but it would be nice to know that there was something other than a camera watching you get your head popped in. It would be nice to have somebody who could stop that from happening in the first place. But we know there's never going to be one security person on every car.
I know they do a really good job as far as when there's events, when there's big events that are happening. Outside of that, not always, but then again, I'm not on it a whole lot either. So I'm just curious as far as what security looks like.
I rode it for a whole year and it was very safe. I rode it back and forth to work for a whole year, it was great.
Thank you for your question. Yes.
For this event, will the rail be running to the event?
Okay, so good question. We're discussing this at the office, and my point was,
Otherwise, how
well,
do
it
you get
isn't
to the event?
exactly. Well, there's going to be the moment, and at that time, we'll open up light rail to the public, but you won't be able to ride light rail to the event because that's where the whole event is about opening up the line, and we need to do the event, and then we open it up.
You gotta cut the ribbon.
Yes, exactly, a little ribbon cutting. So you.
Down 19th Avenue.
That's true. You guys may have seen cars going up and down 19th Avenue. We're testing. We want to make sure that everything's working properly and the light rail is safe.
We're going to go by there in 15 minutes.
Really? I've seen it one time.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
seen it.
today. No, that's correct.
It's every 10 minutes.
This week, I've been hearing it constantly.
Yeah. And it's just they're mimicking the normal operations.
So-
So that's what they want to do. So what you can do is you could, we have parking at the parking rides if you guys want to park there. Or we will also be giving out free passes to ride. Now this is going to be around 10 o'clock.
But
The
you
event
gotta
starts
get
at
there
9.
first.
Well, you don't have to because we'll have people at the Glendale station.
So you ride the 19th Avenue bus to the rail to Dunlap?
Well, yeah, you can. You could take 19th Avenue bus, 19, it's to Dunlap. It's across the street over, and you will be at the park and ride.
And you can take-
But like I'm saying, if you just want to wait, that's an option. We will be giving away passes so you can ride light rail for free. So at 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, we'll have people on the stations, Glendale, Northern, and of course Dunlap giving away these passes. Perfect.
And I apologize, this is brought up in other previous meetings, but is the expansion, is that gonna create more cars? Are they gonna have more vehicles, I guess, doing this?
Yes,
You mean
good
the
question.
train cars?
Train cars,
Okay,
correct.
good question. So for this one, no, we don't have to go out and purchase more. However, for future extensions, yes, we will, because we won't have enough
Okay.
train cars. Perfect. All right. Well, thank you very much for having me out and giving me the opportunity to talk to you guys, and I really hope to see you guys at the grand opening celebration.